People ask me all the time, what are the steps to growing the business effectively? Well, what if I told you that here with our clients in Action Coach, we have 6 clearly defined steps that when you implement them will actually allow your business to grow and flourish all the way from that early beginning stages of chaos through to that you have a business that you could sell, duplicate, or have as a passive income. And it's not hard to do. In this video, I'm going to take you through what each of those 6 steps are and the advancement criteria to go from one level to the next. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Jody Johnson with ActionCOACH Business Coaching, where we help small business owners to grow their business, free up their time, make more money, and have choice about what opportunities they want to pursue. First, I'm going to take you through an overview of the 6 steps. At the base level, we call mastery. What gets covered is what is the direction you want to take your business? What is your 5-year objective or plan or purpose? And what is it that you want to achieve in your life? Then we go and we look at the money, because we need to know, like, what is break even? What is your acquisition cost? Like, what are the things that you need to know about the finances of your business? Then we look at your team. What are the basics of the team? Do they have job descriptions that have clearly spelled out tasks that they're accountable for? And how are you going to measure them in terms of their effectiveness at that role? And then we look at time. We look at what are the places where time in terms of productivity leak out of your company. Then we look at the distribution and delivery of your products and services. At that basic mastery level, those are the 4 areas that get covered. Now here's an interesting fact. It can take a business anywhere from, I don't know, let me say 6 months to 2 years to cover that when you're working with us. And most businesses will never make it out of that level of clarity or lack of clarity, as it were, in their business to advance to the next level. As a matter of fact, the statistics are only about 8% of businesses will make it out of that level. To advance to the next level that we call niche, you must have an annual operating plan and budget forecast. The next step is niche. Niche in our world is that you have no price competition and that you can actually plan predictably what your cash flow is going to be. And you do that through what many of you have seen is the 5 ways. Having clarity around what are the number of leads that I need, what's the conversion rate in order to get a new customer, how many transactions can I do with that customer or that referral source, and what is my average dollar sale? That gives me the revenues of my business. And from there, looking at the margins, which ultimately leads to your bottom line net profit. When there's clarity around that, then you can make a predictable cash flow pattern for growth and scaling. Now, when I go in to see prospects, many times they'll say, I want more customers or I want more sales. They almost never say, I want more profits, and only once in 13 years have I heard somebody say, I want more cash. Which is really why we're all in business, so that we can actually make the cash to be at choice, right? So the magic of the formula is not what happened, because my background was in emergency nursing. I call the what happened the autopsy of your business. That's what happened in the past. The magic of that formula is actually looking at, if this is the cash I want, this is what my profit needs to be, this is what my margins need to be, this is what my sales need to be, this is what my average dollar sale needs to be, this is how many transactions I need to get, how many new customers at that conversion rate, how many people do I need to talk to every single week in order to reach my goals and objectives. With that level of clarity, you can build scalability into your business. To advance from niche to the next level of leverage requires having an annual marketing plan and budget. At the leverage stage, we're looking at systems. Now, of course, you're going to put some systems in at the mastery level. You're going to put in the systems of your financial reporting and having job descriptions and such like that. But at the level of leverage, what we're looking at is that we've systemized this business so that when you go to bring in new team members, they can come in as an asset. When I was working in the emergency department and I was managing the night shift, we had policy and procedure manuals. Now this might make you laugh, but what I would do is I would go in, particularly when I was brand new, and I would take every single one of those manuals, and they were big, there were like 7 of them, and I would lay them out on the counter at the nursing station desk, and I'd have them open to the things that we typically were dealing with in the ER. And anytime something came up that I didn't know exactly how to do, or my team didn't know exactly how to do, I would go and I would flip through that manual of policies and procedures, and I would follow that step-by-step pathway. And it allowed me to do 99.999% of what was needed in order to be able to have a successful outcome. If my team came to me, rather than me going and doing it for them, I would say, hey, have you looked at the policy and procedure manual and worked through how to get it done for yourself? And if they had, then I would go help them if they were unclear. But if they hadn't, I'd always send them to the policy and procedure manual so that they learn how to be independent. People are only an asset when they can think independently, and that requires that you've systemized your business. So to go from niche into leverage, only about 5% of business actually really have their company set up in such a way that they can have people come in and be an asset. The next level of the 6 steps is having the team. And this is making sure that you have the right people in the right seats doing the right thing at the right time for the right reason. Unfortunately, in business, many times as the company grows, we can outgrow our team members, particularly if they're not learning the way we're learning and the way that the industry and the marketplace is changing. And so it could be that even though we have someone on the team that has been with us for a while, I often see people substitute loyalty for performance. So invest in your team if you want to keep those key team members, or you really have a lot of respect because they're a good culture fit, and just make sure that they're out there doing the learning they need to do so they grow with you. Bill Gates is quoted as saying the most painful thing in business is outgrowing your team, because we want to reward the people that have been with us along the way, but only if they're going to continue to be an asset in the business. The next level up is synergy. And synergy is where we turn up the volume and we scale the business. Unfortunately, I often see people go and open a second location or expand their business before they put these pieces in place, and then the infrastructure falls because they don't have the systems, or they don't have clarity about how they're going to scale the business, or the marketing hasn't been worked out. And and then they're there when the volume goes up high, and it's like boom. And the worst thing about that is that you lose your reputation in the process, so people don't want to come and try you again because for whatever reason they weren't taken care of the way that you would have been committed to taking care of them if you had those infrastructure, people, resources in place. So when you turn up the volume, you get to see where the cracks are, and we turn the volume up slowly so that you can see where the cracks are, and then go back and fix the base that you're operating from. And then the final 6th step is what we call results. And this is where you're free to go and either sell your business. Everybody's talking these days about, I want to sell my business in 3 years, I want to sell my business in 5 years, and I want to sell it for $1 billion. All fine and well and good, but what I'm really looking for is for people to be at choice. If you want to sell your business, that it's set up and structured for you to get the best multiple because you've taken care of these steps along the way. Or duplicate the business, or as I said, have a passive income stream. Like in our business, what we're looking to do is to create an employee-owned company that allows them to have a stake and a say in how things are going to go. And that's our plan for the future. So the 6 steps. And if you would like a copy of our 6 steps, I know that most people will not be able to do that on their own. But if you're one of the very few people who could take this checklist and go through and make it happen, God bless you, you're welcome to have it. And if you need help with it, then please reach out to us at ActionCOACHTeamSage.com or call me on 305-984-2414, and I'll be happy to talk with you. Thank you for watching. If you got value from this video, please like it and share it with anybody that you believe would get benefit from watching it as well. Thank you.